The day is here. It has arrived. I was so excited on Thursday, I think. Was it Thursday when this came in? Yeah. Marvel Dice Throne. I think it was Thursday. I don't know why it matters to me, but in my head it matters to me. I'm Gavan, your friendly neighborhood board gamer, and this is Devin Talks Tabletop, the YouTube channel where the games are made up, and what I say doesn't matter. And new mug, fantastically deep handle. What a deep handle that no discomfort in holding the whole thing. So nice. It's a small things, you know. What's the thing for today? What day is today? Is today the 19th? I think today's the 19th. I think it's the 19th. Because the 17th was Saturday. Or was it Saturday? What day is today? I don't even know what day it is today. I'm going to look on my phone's over there. I'm going to look over here. It's the 18th. Okay. We don't grow when things are easy. We grow when we face challenges. Deep. Deep. But not as deep as the handle of this mug. Alright. I'm going to unbox some stuff because I'm excited. I truly am excited. First things first, I'll show the things that I've already kind of opened up. There was the option to get playmats, and I chose to get custom ones, not the base ones that have all the characters, because I honestly thought those looked a little lame and kind of crowded. So I got two of my favorite characters. Well, I got my favorite character and I got my wife's favorite character. So I got Loki. Yeah. Loki. So let's see. I got Loki's mat, which I really like because it's got the vibrantly white or, light contrast background of Asgard. And then I got my boy, Miles Morales, who is featured so wonderfully in the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which is like my favorite Marvel movie. Can't wait for the second one. And then, yeah, let's jump into this. So I have played this. This is kind of an unboxing and kind of a first impressions. Because I've already played this game like 3 times. And I've played Dice Throne as a system plenty of times. I have everything Dice Throne. I have Dice Throne Adventures, which Dice Throne Adventures could be the only part of the world that I'd get rid of at some point. I like it, but I don't know if I'd ever pick to play it over other campaign games that I really do want to table, like Joomhaven, Claws of the Lion. Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion is what I was going for. And other than that, though, I have Season 1 re-rolled, I have Season 2 Battle Chest, and now I have Marvel Dice Throne in its glorious form. The beautiful thing about this system is you don't need to take the full boxes everywhere. You can kind of just take these and go as you want with these smaller packages. But I think that Roxley, if I could just shout out Roxley for one moment, I think they have some of the most sumptuous board game production in the entire industry. They obviously have been partnering with Game Trays for a while now. I think since the original Season 1, it was just smaller inset trays. It wasn't these like to-go pouches of death, but so good. Also, just like production insane. Tri-layer board that, or like trifold board, not tri-layer. Trifold board that shows off the art, and then, on the flip side, has even more artwork. Just like so nice. Such a nice look for the game. Oh, I absolutely love the look of this. Looks so good. And then, if you don't know what Dice Throne is an evolution of the same system you use in Yahtzee, and then also what appeared in, King of Tokyo. So it is a dice rolling system in which you are trying to activate a certain attack on an enemy based off of a dice combination. And that dice combination is going to be, in this game, one of many different abilities on the board. You have frequently a defensive ability. Some players have a purple passive ability, but all of these kind of like bluish gray highlighted regions are the attacks that you can activate. Small straight and large straight, which activates based off of the numbers of the dice, which every single side of the dice has a number. And then all of these other ones activate off of the symbol. There's going to be more frequent symbols, which are your basic attack. There's going to be more specific symbols in the 3 to 5 range. And then also number 6 is going to be its own special side, which is obviously harder to get a full complement of 6. And if you ever get 5 dice with the 6 symbol showing, you can activate your ultimate, which does a crazy amount of damage. Let's see. Oh, they don't have the... Oh, all of the punch boards are in there for her. So, yes, you have your deck of cards. Also, within the Kickstarter, you had the ability to get all of these promo cards, which is a set of cards that are all of the heroes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are just used to determine if you are trying to figure out who you want to fight as. You can randomly pick them and determine your heroes that way. So these don't go in the decks at all. And then you get 2 other particular cards. You get a set of cards that can go into everybody's deck and is just immediately integrates. And you get these mythic ability cards, which really kind of beef up what your player can do. And these are not really supposed to be used typically unless you're just trying to create a varied experience. So let's see. I've added that card and I've added that card. And then the only thing I would need to do to finish setting up Black Widow is to find the pieces of 8. I need to find the pieces of 8. No, I really just need to open this up. But you have to be somewhat intelligent to open up this, apparently, and I am not that ever. So there we go. We can open that up. Here's our rule book. That's always going to just slot into that middle section there. And then this is the punch board that's got all of the character pieces. So the thing that I do want to do is I'm going to... Oh, it also comes with standees because these standees are used in... what do you call it? In Dice Throne Adventures. So I think they're all able to be used in Dice Throne Adventures. And then all she has for her, she has these right here. These like tokens there. And then what else does she have? What else does she have? Now, yeah, I also have sleeves for this. I'm not going to sleeve all of these on camera. I'll do that off camera at some point. They are really nice sleeves though. They show the, oh, so loud. They show off, you know, the custom artwork that you'll be able to get your characters into. So all of those are very, very nice. I'll put those in, but I just am not going to do it on camera because that would take quite a long time. Once you get them sleeved, they'll definitely take up 2 of the spaces here. For now, I don't have to worry about that. I am just going to get... oh, I did accidentally pop out the exact correct one for her. So I can slot her back in now because she's got her tokens and she's got her special cards. And again, I will just get this later. But I think the thing I like the most about Dice Throne is it works really well at 2 different... You know, I'm going to do Black Widow, or a Black Panther, because he was the next one up on that. The thing I like the most about Dice Throne is it works really, really well at 2 player counts. It works exceptionally at 2, and it works really well at 4. And I think that, you know, my instinctive choice would be to pick 2-player a lot, but the reason why I like 4-player for Dice Throne is because there's a lot of characters when you play 2 players, you're like, I'm not going to play them. Because maybe they're just not as strong as a direct opponent in any system. But whenever you're playing with, so I'm going to put that there, and then now I can put the other stuff in. Perfect. Whenever you're playing with 4 players, other characters that you wouldn't typically use in a 2-player game, or you wouldn't probably choose, they immediately become more compelling because they have the option of being more of a support character rather than the main aggressor. And there are some characters that are really good as support characters. I can't remember who's that for, but I guess that's not for... guess it's not for him. It looked like Vibranium, but I don't think it is actually. All right, so as I mentioned, I've got the Mythic card there. I'm not going to sleeve anything yet, so I can just slot that back in, pop that back in, and move on to the next one. Yeah, who's the next one? Wonder Woman. And yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about dice runs? I think for some people it's too simplistic of a game. That has never bothered me. I actually think that one of the chief complaints I've heard about Dice Throne is that it's too random. I actually don't think that it is. I think you can, I mean, obviously the luck of the dice, that happens over the course of, more than one play. You're going to have moments where you just have luck that intercedes on behalf of the Dice Throne gods. However, if I'm going to be real with you, though, I think that if you play your character properly, I think that you can really kind of circumvent some of the randomness by effectively activating the right things on your character, upgrading the correct powers, and doing a lot of things that just make more sense the more that you think about it. And the more that you know your characters. Like at a certain point, Doctor Strange is here now, okay. Like at a certain point, it just comes down to knowing what your characters are capable of. For example, if I'm Miles Morales, I'm going to try to rely on his ability to heal, his ability to stay invisible, and also his potential to combo, which is not something that really any other character can do with regard to getting an extra attack in. So, there's always going to be some level of luck in a game that has dice. But the question is, how are you going to mitigate it? How are you going to mitigate it? Those, and then these, and I think that's it for that one as well. Man, moving through, obviously I'm moving through this fast because I'm not spending all of the time it takes to trying to get the words in my head. Get the words in my head. I'm not taking all the time to sleeve. That's what I'm not doing, is I'm not taking all the time to sleeve. It looks like Loki's next. Loki. This is the second time I've talked about Loki because Tom Hiddleston is totally... Whoa. Oh. These are his illusion cards. Just put those down like that. And, yeah, absolutely that's Tom Hiddleston's face from his portrayal of Loki in Viticulture. Like, there's just no other person that is. It's just, there's no... Is there no one else? Is there no one else? Okay, so we're gonna pop in Loki. Is that from Gladiator? Is that from Gladiator? Is there no one else? Now I'm trying to think if that's from Gladiator. Is that from Gladiator, guys? Can you let me know? Because I'm gonna lose it trying to think about whether that's from Gladiator or not. All right, Bag of Tricks, and then Spellbound. Who's your favorite Marvel character? I want to know. Like, who's your favorite Marvel character and why? And once you do that, if you like the movies at all, why do you like them? What's interesting about them to you? 1, 2. Oh, it just says 2. Oh, illusion cards are 3, but illusion is 2, Bag of Tricks, and that's it. Okay. You're done. You're done, sir. Go home. You're done. And then we're going to move on to Scarlet Witch. Oh, you know what? I'm going to jump into spoiler territory here. So if you don't want to hear me talk about Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, I would say this is your time to mute or to skip ahead to the next character or something, because I did not like that movie. I thought it was so... it was all over the place. It kind of just felt like an excuse for them to be like, hey, we would love to bring in a bunch of other people because we're talking about the multiverse, and we want to introduce the possibility of the X-Men and Fantastic Four. And don't worry, we're going to be really clever about all of it. But it just, it was too spread out. Nothing felt satisfying. I really didn't like how they ended up going about Scarlet Witch. Because here's the thing. At the end of the TV show, and if you haven't watched the TV show, maybe it makes even less sense. Or maybe it doesn't, or maybe it makes perfect sense. Like, it's such an intense shift in her, like, trajectory as a character. Because at the end of the show, she does feel like remorse and like she has like a little bit of a redemption arc as a character. And so for her to just suddenly be like, you know what? Hard nope for me. Oh, I didn't pop Scarlet Witch into there. There we go. She's just like, no, I'm good. I'm gonna completely reverse that entire kind of like redemption aspect of my plot in this next one because I don't care, because sure, this makes more sense for me. And also, there's to me there's so many examples where it's just like they're like, oh, we don't want like women are gonna get to be the most powerful people in the world. Oh, well, they're gonna be bad then. And I don't know, there were just so many elements about, like, I understand, like, I totally get that the lore of Thor has a metal hammer, by the way, because of the Kickstarter campaign. He's got this heavy-duty Mjolnir, which is way beefier than this cardboard one. Just saying. Just saying. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like so blah. I didn't like it at all. I thought the movie was very bland. I thought it introduced way too many characters and didn't give any of them enough time. And it really was lame. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting a little bit of fatigue with a lot of Marvel stuff. It's just getting to the point where there's fewer and farther between I come across one of their movies that does something that excites me and interests me. Like, one of the reasons why I think Spider-Verse was so solid was because it was just such a fantastic story, and it really made you feel for all of those different characters in a way that I was impressed by. Where would I put these? I can't, those won't fit into there. I bet I have a baggie over here. Yeah. Yep, and I bet this baggie here would fit these cards. Perfect. I don't know if I'd ever use these. I mean, if I'm just feeling random. Yeah, so let's just slot those in there. Perfect. I just really didn't care for the movie at all. I didn't think it did anything impressive, and I was always just box fart. Yeah, I did not like it. I did not like it, Sam I Am. I did not like Doctor Strange and Ham. Spider-Ham, though. Spider-Ham I did like. Man. Spider-Pig. Whatever. Anyways, this is Marvel Dice Throne. I love this system. I love Dice Throne. It is one that I never mind having more of because it's just so fun to me. And now, like, the more you get, the more the characters you can find, ones that go across. You know, you can play Marvel Dice Throne characters against regular Dice Throne characters. You don't need it to stay within that universe. And I think that's so cool. I'm really excited to see how they keep going. Manny Trembley does fantastic art. I'm so excited that Roxley got to do this Marvel by working together with the op. And oh man, really enjoy this one. Excited to have the playmats. Excited to play this with Amber. All of that to counterweight my bleh about my movie review, which wasn't a very good movie review. It was not well articulated. I kind of just rambled. And there wasn't really any astute observations at all, other than the fact that I just didn't like it. And you should go watch Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse. And there's a few others that I think are really solid in the MCU. But for the most part, I think the MCU is a bunch of decent movies that are made into good movies because they have such a cohesion across the whole universe. Like, if I'm going to applaud, Kevin Feige and all of the people that have helped to achieve that. It's just that it makes movies better because of their connection to other movies. It's just unfortunate that I think most of them are middling at best. But there's some really solid ones in there. There's some really good movies in the MCU. There's just a few of them. Rant over. I'm excited about Marvel Dice Throne. You should play it too. Timestamp.